Hello my lovelies, I have finished my phase of bed rest and am now on to active rest, and I want to show you some of the things that I do while resting my arms from crochet. I can tidy up my craft room. I've got leftover yarn from the sampler blanket squares, and I'm going to frog this waistcoat stitch. I don't want to waste the yarn either. I need to just pop this somewhere aside so I'm not tempted to do it just yet. I have 48 sunburst squares nearly complete. So I'm almost near the bordering stage, which would be fantastic. These need to go somewhere. I'll put them aside for another day. These need to go with their cotton section. And actually, I'm not in too bad of a mess. I need to probably look through some of these where I've written things down for patterns and prompts for videos, etc. And what do I have here but a book full of all sorts of crochet loveliness. These are cards from Bendigo Woolen Mill. And I love, not the classic, I love the colours, but I do not like the classic range. It's a little bit rough. Here we are, we've got the cotton colours and the luxury version. Trust me, this is soft and you can just put it in the machine. I cannot believe how durable this is. It peels a little bit, but not too much. So I made my Atlanticus blanket out of that, and it has not missed a beat. I just love it. So if you're going to Bendigo Woolen Mill, be careful when it comes to this classic line of yarn. It feels all right there, but I'll tell you what, I got 5 balls of it and I made a little blanket, and boy was it scratchy. I was so disappointed. So stick with the luxury from Bendigo. Here is an influencer collaboration agreement. So they're quite formal, and that's the one where I've not been able to manage to get through the middleman website. So I'm going to probably have to let that one lapse. There's the azalea wrap that I wear all winter. I love it in that colour too. Oh, a picture from my daughter. And just things I have picked up over the time. The Trillium shawl, I made that one for my mum. The Bocky's bag, I did a pattern test for Yvonne for that. Here's my pile of blankets, most of which I'll pop up for sale. I think I'll do it next year now. I don't know. Would people want to buy them for Christmas in Australia? I'm not sure about that. Let me know what you think. Here's my 3 recent makes, my poncho, my Triangle Trails blanket, and this gorgeous, gorgeous, I love it so much, big granny stitch shawl with tassels to boot. I've still got Emrich's project here. I've lost interest in it only because I've been busy with other things, and the sock yarn weight has kind of tipped me over the edge just for the moment. Now I've got more cotton colours here from Bendigo Woolen Mill. They need to go away somewhere. These are my tubs that I use throughout the year, so each project will either get a tub or a basket. And you know what that one is? Some dresses that I need to take in down the side. They're just my sheets, my little bin, and this is my backing board for when I want to do a photo with a lovely timber finish. These are my crochet books, and I do want to browse through a few of them soon because I need some stitches, some stitch inspiration. And here are lots of printed patterns. I actually don't have too many. There's lots of crochet alongs, which are thick and take up a lot of space, like this frig blanket big, thick folders worth. Sophie's Universe, you know, things like that. So I might sit here and have a little cull. I actually made this bunny a long time ago, and it works in the back loop only. So here she is, and I think she's super cute. I know the gaps are too big, but I think this was my second attempt at an amigurumi. She is really cute, and somebody told me I did it all wrong. And I said, well, that's how the pattern was. And I actually quite like the effect. She's cute. She's cute for me anyway. So I don't think there's too much here that I want to cull, that I'll need to concentrate and focus when the camera's not on me. But other than that, not too bad. I am spending some time looking through Cole's recipe book to see what new things I might make this Christmas. And I've popped this Biscoff cheesecake out for a family vote against a lemon and lime cheesecake or a mango and raspberry cheesecake, and the Biscoff won. So that will be one rich, delicious cheesecake to make for Christmas Day. Another thing I do while having active rest is to watch and catch up on lots of videos from YouTubers that I follow. This is the lovely Kim. If you want to go and have a look at her channel called The Crafty Chaos Emporium, it's an absolute hoot. She's got such a sense of humour and she doesn't know it at all. And every Monday morning she's popping up videos about how her market day went on the weekend. So go and check Kim out. She's a great Aussie girl. But what I really want to focus on is going through all these little booklets and spare bits of paper where I've jotted down my ideas, my information, how I'm feeling about certain things, tutorials, and some future patterns. So I want to gather all of that and put it into one book. When I was first on Instagram and I was obviously fresh, I would write really long and meaningful posts. And you know, people really don't read them, not many at all. Sometimes if you pop up a picture of something, say it was when I did the back loop only tutorial, I put that picture on Instagram, nobody read it, and they said pretty colour, you know, looks nice. And it's like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. So that proves just how little most people read. Some people will read in depth. It's the minority, I'm certain. Anyhow, so I was yearning for a deeper connection. I couldn't figure out how to do it on Instagram. Did I need to do more videos? Did I need to try and get my personality across in Instagram videos? Did I need to do reels? Is that what it was? One of my friends, Sue, said to me, Jill, why don't you try YouTube? And I immediately thought and said, that is just above me. It's way beyond what I'm capable of. So it was probably another year gone by, and I found myself just making up a YouTube account. And I thought, what on earth are you doing? At that stage, I was unconsciously setting myself up to get started. And it wasn't until one of my Insta friends started her account that I thought, Jill, just have a go. Let's just see where this takes you. There was a hell of a lot to learn, but as they all say, just start, just post, and then learn as you go. So most of us on here, you know, have begun at a certain level, and with each video that we make, we either make mistakes and learn from them, or we learn new information along the way. It's been a huge learning process. So if you look back at my first videos, you know, they were okay for a complete and utter beginner. I thought they were all right. They could have been more cringy. They could have been a whole lot worse. But anyway, I've grown and evolved, and I've also got a lot more growth and evolving to do. So how did I get to this? I got to this because all of those little booklets are filled with information, tidbits that I've written down that I've never followed up on because I never had the time to go through them. So today, tomorrow, I will take pieces out of those books, put them all in one place, which is going to be this book, and then I'll feel ready to tackle the new year. I'm hoping I get the exact idea that I'm looking for. I'm sort of scouting around the edges at the moment, trying to figure out which way to go with my channel next year. The pattern part is easy. I've actually got quite a few ideas that I hope you'll enjoy. It's more the connection part that I want to grow even more. I really hope that makes sense to you, because I do find that being on YouTube, we do get to know each other a whole lot more. And because I can say a whole lot, that doesn't sound very nice, does it? But I am able to do a whole lot more talking and get myself across what I'm meaning, what I'm feeling, how I'm enjoying being with you. I can get that across on here because of the video factor. And it just wasn't happening on Instagram. Instagram has really changed, unfortunately. It was a beautiful place to be. And it still is, but you have to battle through so many ads, so many suggested accounts to find your friends. And when they changed it from chronological to God knows what it is, things really went downhill for us creators then. That might suit other niches, I'm not sure, but it sure didn't suit us crochet ladies, because we love to just wake up in the morning and scroll through chronologically. Then you get to see what all of your friends are making, the people that you have followed especially for a reason. We also aren't that fussed on the new posting size. So it's a rectangle post now, not a square. I still do squares and they just turn themselves into rectangles anyway. Don't love it. It just doesn't look nice on our little creative feeds. Anyway, that's just my opinion. It's a real shame. Things have certainly gone downhill over there, but I'm lucky because things are just flourishing nicely here. Is there anything in particular that you ladies would like to see this year? We are going to do our rectangle blanket starting February. Now, I have to put that off because I have the big kids from Townsville coming for 2 weeks in January, so I wouldn't be able to start it and keep going on. So February is like the start of the year, isn't it really? Once all the holiday fun time finishes from January, we have Australia Day at the end of January on the 26th, and then it's like the new year for me, which begins in Feb. So we'll do our rectangle blanket then. But January, I'll have to have a few little projects, won't I? I can't let that month go by. And if there is anything in particular that you ladies would love, please let me know, because I'd like to serve you as well as serving myself, in that making my own little crafty life here happy with you. I want your crafty life to be happy too. I'm going to head off now and get into this bookwork and see what I can find that I'd forgotten about through time. Anyway, take care everyone. I hope you're all having happy crochet time, and I'll see you again as soon as possible. Bye for now. There's one more thing that I do when I'm having active rest from crochet, and that is head on downstairs to my veggie garden. It's time for a big regenerate. It's been so long since I've grown some veggies, and I miss having my hands in the soil